everybody, it's Baddqer or Sam back again with another episode of the Seattle Kraken Franchise mode. So today we've got quite a bit to do. I'm going to go through the video relatively fast here. Today's a little bit shorter of a video. We've got the draft, we've got the resign phase, we've got to sign some coaches, sign some players. We got to make some trades. So to start off right away, we're just going to go ahead here and make a deal with Philadelphia that will give us the 6th overall pick. So we can go ahead and pick up Edward Gabo. Personally, I think this makes a lot of sense for both teams. The trade that I went ahead here with is a 12th overall in the first round. And I also looked at our defensive core, and it kind of came to me that we have a lot of defensemen, and we have a lot of players that we want to keep. So with that being said, and knowing the fact that we have a lot of players that are just up-and-comers and ready to go soon, and hopefully relatively quick, because this team is looking pretty solid. And we have McDonough and Burnett, I'm thinking Hayek makes a lot of sense in this deal. He's signed to a deal already, and Philadelphia's actually losing, I think, Sanheim to be an RFA this year, and then I think they also would be losing Niskanen as well. So overall, they're getting some good value back. He's on a really cheap deal as well. So yeah, but he's also 22. So there's a lot there that works out for them. Aside from the fact that he was minus 29, but yeah, first to fourth, Hayek for the 6th overall makes a lot of sense. They get with that 12th overall, they can get Stutzel, Lundell, or but I don't remember who was the other guy. I think it was Perfetti, something like that. But yeah. So, first and the third is what I decided to go with from them. Honestly, I think that's pretty fair. We're giving up quite a bit, and they're getting, pretty solid value in return. That's how I justified it. Wasn't too difficult to make. So, yeah, we also just go ahead here and say, fuck it, go get Lafreniere, 1st overall. How could you say no to this guy? I mean, absolute stud over there in Rimouski. Can't go wrong with that pick. High elite player. He's a playmaker. 50 goals, 54 assists with Rimouski last year. So, with the 5th overall pick, I thought Ottawa may go ahead and pick Gabo, so I was kind of nervous about it. But we actually do have the opportunity to draft this man. Now I'm really excited about this player, guys. He reminds me way too much of Matthews, and honestly, I'm just look at these. A+, A minus, B, A minus, solid all around. So yeah, no surprise we make the pick, and he's an 80 overall, 41 goals, 63 assists. But look at those shooting category on this man. Absolutely unreal. He tears it up with that shot, no doubt. Come year 3, he's going to be a 50-goal scorer. Mark my words. So with the 30th overall pick, I actually had an idea of moving up. I at first was like, yeah, I'll give up almost everything for it because I want a power forward on the wing. And the one in particular that struck me by surprise is still being available at 30th was Sickhart. Now, Sickhart's the guy that I thought, would be a good option if we can't get Sonny, but I didn't really think about it too much when I went ahead and made this draft. We lose out on Sonny, but we do end up getting Sickhart here, and I was pretty happy about this one. I honestly forgot all about Sonny before this pick, so I was pretty happy when I realized after looking at this footage for the first time that, oh crap, we missed out on Sonny, but we did get Sickhart, so overall, good pick. There, obviously, in the second round, we didn't go for trading for a second round pick, but we did go ahead and get this goaltender. 3rd round, medium elite. Pretty solid, honestly, though. He's a 55 overall at 19. probably not going to see the light of day in the NHL, at least with this team. But, it's good value for right now, and maybe in the future he'll do well. With a 4th round pick here, I honestly looked at Grebeshkov and was like a right wing power forward. His NHL ETA is 3 years. So he could even be like 2 years if he has like a +3 or +5 down in the AHL and has good years. So I was like, yeah, you know what? That's perfectly fine. We'll make him grow. He's probably like a low top 6, maybe low elite. Honestly, don't want to get too excited, but, worse he could be. Low top 9, right? Well, we go ahead here, pick him, and low bottom 6. I was actually really disappointed with this pick. But we're going to go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt. Going to sign him this year, more likely than not, and hopefully play him. So here we are at the re-sign phase. We got to deal with some coaches here. Obviously, they're not great, so I'm going to get rid of Bazina and Smirnov just because I was not happy with the year that they produced. I think that there's a lot better options out there for us anyways. Going to definitely keep the Stastny associate coach. And, we've got our boy Bradley Goalie as the assistant coach. He's ready for the call if we need a head coach immediately. But I think we'll be fine without him. So we're going to, just go ahead here and sim up to the re-sign phase. Okay, guys, so we have a few contracts here that we really want to keep. I'm thinking a guy like Alexander Steen, that'd be a really nice player to keep just because of his veteran leadership skills. He's won a Stanley Cup. He has the experience that we want on the roster, especially this year. We want Gabo and Laugh to really just feel like comfortable. I think that with this team, that's the most important thing. Just get them comfortable, have good, solid rookie years, and then so Zabroil will resign to just a 1-year deal. Honestly, he doesn't want that much, so it makes a lot of sense. Plus, if he ends up cracking the team at some point this year, then it's good to have him on that cheap deal, because then we can go out and really pay for a solid defenseman this offseason. Jordan Kyrou, he doesn't want too much here, so going to go ahead and definitely sign him to a 3-year deal. And Dryden Hunt, he actually wants a 2-year at $875, so how could you not like the depth? Capobianco, 3 years at $925 makes a lot of sense as well. As long as we can have him locked up, I'm happy. So that's that so far. Honestly, everybody else here that we go ahead and sign or release, it's not like they're gonna be a big part of our future, if any. These are just kind of platoon players, so again, they help having them on the team, no doubt, but they definitely aren't that necessary. So guys, as you can see, we got a few more contracts to deal with here, and we're also looking at Nick Robertson and Seacart's seasons. Honestly, Robertson had a mediocre year, but it's fine. He'll definitely have a better year next year. And Seacart, we'll just sign him. Why not? We did go ahead and sign Grebeshkov and most of the other RFAs as well as some of the UFAs. But yeah, we did release Jimmy Howard, if you guys recall me picking him up, because we want to really go out and get a good goaltender. But as you can see, we got a lot of people to re-sign here. Steen being the big name, and same with Hayes. Very happy that those two wanted to stay with the team. So yeah, kind of ironic that Kyle Okposo being away from Buffalo for his first year, and they win the cup. That's some tough irony right there. So with this free agency, I noticed we had a lot of cap space, and I figured what better way to just kick off this free agency with just going after some of the better players on shorter deals at big contracts. Now, I didn't really want to go after Alex Pietrangelo, even though, yes, he is a really good defenseman, and yes, he would really help our team, and yes, he'd probably make us an instant playoff competitor. But I didn't want to get them just to have him, you know? I just didn't want to go out and get him just because we could. I wanted to get players that may actually realistically sign with this team and see, hey, they just got 2 of the top 10 picks. Both players are really fucking good. They'll play well with each other, and this team's defense is not that bad. Their forward core is not that bad. And yeah, just overall, we got a lot of pieces that we can fit into this puzzle, and I think that this team can definitely be a playoff threat first year. If not making the playoffs, we'll be damn close and holding on to that wild card spot heading into the final games of the season. I'm calling it. So, Tuukka Rask, Lundqvist, Rinne, Crawford, all these guys we're looking at here, all of them want cheaper, shorter contracts. But honestly, Tuukka Rask is the one that stuck out to me the most. He also makes the most sense. I think that a guy like, I honestly think like Rinne, Lundqvist, or Crawford would all pretty much just like to retire with the team that they've been with for their whole career. So Tuukka Rask, on the other hand, he's kind of been run out of Boston in real life. So I'm happy to sign him. But before we go ahead and sign him, I wanted to make sure that we would be getting rid of the little logjam we had at goaltender and get rid of Jonathan Quick. Now, I found a few trades here, and honestly, a lot of them interested me just because they were willing to give up like third rounders, fourths, etc. And then give up depth pieces as well that we could use. But again, mainly fourth rounders. I really like the Silivs trade though, so that's what we end up going with here. So yeah, we go ahead and just accept this. It's a fair deal, I think, for both teams, but at the same time, I mean, Quick is on a 2-year deal at like $6 million almost, so I don't think it's that realistic. But hey, I did use the fine trade engine in the game, and this is what came up, so it's definitely not on me. So yeah, now we got Luukkonen, Campbell, and Silivs. As you can see, Silivs is a friggin' Barrie Colt. Perfect for me because that's my hometown. So yeah, honestly, overall, the goaltending core is coming together. Jack Campbell's a guy that we really like as our backup as well. He's just solid, right? So Campbell and hopefully Rask to start the year makes a lot of sense. Ryan McDonagh, he's one of those guys we wouldn't mind getting rid of, but at the same time, he's really nice to have as just a solid stay-at-home / move up with the rush defenseman. And his veteran presence is huge help if we want to make it to the playoffs this year. We still got Kyle Okposo and Gurianov, all those guys, and left wing's looking pretty solid. So we could probably pick up some right wing prospects at some point down the road. I think that's where we're lacking most as of right now. But yeah, we do want to get rid of Boone Jenner as well. I think this is honestly, it's tough to say if it's the most realistic, but I liked it personally because we get a third, we get a fourth, and we get a prospect player, and he's also a Barrie Colt. So we're going to go ahead with Tampa Bay and get Lipinov with the third and the fourth there. So now, to be honest, I really wanted to get a few guys here, so we go ahead and sign Chiasson, as well as Eric Stahl and Jeff Petrie. After looking at all three of these guys, I was like, I can't believe that they're all free agents to begin with. Chiasson is a 90 offensive awareness player. That's incredible for a power forward. I think that he'll fit really well alongside of Gabo and Lafreniere. And in a really good year, maybe they'll all just grow a lot. I think that'll be a +3 right off the bat, though. Eric Stahl, we can put him on the second or third line. I'm really happy with that one as well. We do have Evan Rodrigues, but again, like, Rodrigues is going to end up being expandable as well because he's on a 1-year deal. And Jeff Petrie, a guy that I figured, you know what, he's a defensive defenseman. Lots of teams are interested, but we could probably outbid them, so that's what we do. And on a shorter term, I kept in mind a lot of players had 2-year deals, so you know what? We might as well go for a $7 million 2-year. We were looking at some depth center, and honestly, I think Artem Anisimov fits the bill perfectly. When I was scrolling through to see how he fit our team, he fit our fourth line perfectly. Darren Roach is a head coach. Honestly, I think that if we can outbid Ottawa, he'd be a great head coach. He fits our team, I think, with like 71 estimated chemistry, which is pretty good. Usually at like, mid to high 60, depending on the makeup of your team. So I'd like him. So yeah, we get Anisimov. We signed Barclay Goodrow as a depth. Zykov, McCarran. We got a lot of guys here. Tuukka Rask, Eric Stahl, Jeff Petrie. All these guys are really happy to sign with us, and I'm really happy to have them sign here. As you can see, we also get Darren Roach. Overall, pretty solid draft and re-sign phase / free agency. Everything went really well. So John Merrill. So Boston and Chicago make a little trade here. Honestly, I thought it was pretty nice for both teams. So Lafreniere, Stahl, and Gurianov here to start. Honestly, I want to switch it up a bit. So here's what the lines actually look like. We got Laf, we got Gabo, Chiasson, Steen, Stahl, Okposo, Sundqvist, Rodrigues, Gurianov, and then Engvall, Anisimov, and Jimmy Hayes. Just 4 lines of power right there. And then the squad looks pretty solid as well. That defensive core is looking a little rough, but we can go ahead and sign some players in free agency. And yeah, honestly, overall, I think that this team has never looked quite this good, so I'm happy about that. One thing though, Nick Jugstad really doesn't fit the scheme of our top 6 or top 9, so I figured, you know what, let's get rid of him, send him somewhere nice. So I figured we would send him back to Florida, and we get Linus Nason as well as a 3rd and a 4th round pick. Pretty solid in my opinion. I think it's a good deal for both teams to a degree, but at the same time, I think that we just got the better piece there. They've already had Jugstad, but yeah, anyways, here's Robertson. He's actually grown a little bit. Same with Kyrou. And yeah, I'm happy with those 2 guys growing. We went ahead and signed Borowiecki and Ben Thomas here just for the start of the year. So anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead here and end the video. Honestly, I think a lot of the deals we made today were really good. But yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to episode 5, because I think that this team is going to shock the hockey world. And that being said, guys, I'm going to leave the video here. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.